Here's Steve David.
Hi, today we're going to talk about propellers and how we get these boats going so fast with something that looks so little. The propellers themselves, also known as wheels, are made of forged steel. The diameter is this distance out here. In this case, we're dealing with a 16-inch diameter. The pitch is the distance when you make one revolution of the prop that the boat moves forward. In this case, it's a 25-inch pitch. As the water comes off the blade this way and rotates, the boat moves forward 25 inches. So diameter and pitch, just like you have in your own boat at home. Let's take a look at the mathematics and theoretical speed. We begin with a propeller that's turning 11,000 revolutions per minute, times the 25 inches of pitch that we spoke about. That means 25 inches of travel with each revolution. Times the 11,000 RPM gives us 275,000 inches of travel per minute. Dividing that by feet and converting that into miles per hour gives us 229 miles per hour. One thing we still have to reduce is something called slip. Slip is when the propeller is not biting against solid water, but in cavitation. In an unlimited, that's about 10%. So 10% of 229 takes us to a straightaway speed of about 206, and that's what we'll see in today's show.
The action of today's 8th stop on the RC Cola Hydroplane Series continues after this timeout. Back here on Lake Washington, I'm Jim Hendrick along with Dick Crippen and Steve Montgomery as the battle of the RC Cola Hydroplane Series continues. Here are the combatants for Heat 2B, American Spirit, T+, Kellogg's, Miss Budweiser, and Oh Boy Oberto. Dick Crippen is on the Cellular One phone. He's about to make contact with the driver of this boat, the T+ boat. He's going to talk to Steve David.
Steve, what are you going to try to do at this point? What are you looking at?
Right now, I'm trying to get through the first turn here on Lake Washington, which can be a challenge.
How bad is the water coming off of the log boom today?
The water seems to be real good right now, Dick, and the Cell 1 line is crystal clear.
Okay, Steve, this is your warm-up at this point. What do you try to do anything? Do you just try to stay with the other boats? Are you testing your boat at all or looking for anything?
Right now, you're really just trying to get everybody lined up for a fast start. Okay, so I'm going to have to get off now and get ready to race. Thanks for listening in.
Thank you, Steve.
A Cellular One hookup between my co-announcer, Dick Crippen, and the driver of the T+. And they come down for the start right now here in Heat 2B.
All eyes are on the green flag, and there it is. Now, T+ driver Stephen David, who we just talked to, is going to have to look to his right because that move by Chip Hanauer, you knew that Miss Budweiser was going to try to get out in front right away. He's out in lane number 4. He didn't finish very well in the first heat that he ran today, so he didn't really have a choice of lane. He's outside where he doesn't really like to be.
Lane choice comes in the order of accomplishment in the previous heat. If you were the winner in the previous heat, you get your first lane choice. Second place, you get second choice, etc., etc., etc.
Well, we see the battle now with T+ on the inside of the Miss Budweiser. Steve David has a little advantage on the inside of the course. Remember how that boat rode a little bit loose in the first heat he was in? Let's watch and see how he comes through the turn. It looks like they got it settled down a little bit. They make some wing adjustments. Meanwhile, Miss Budweiser on the outside looks like she broke some waves right over the front of the boat.
This water has gotten a lot rougher since we started, Dick, and this could be a very tough course as we look at Mike Egret in the Oh Boy Oberto.
This boat is fairly new, and he's riding very well, but again, T+ starts to loosen up on the water, and Miss Budweiser takes full advantage of it. Chip Hanauer saw the T+ starting to loosen up. He put the power on, held the boat into the water, and he now has first place, but he knows also he's still on the outside. He's going to try to hold in. He got a little bit loose there just momentarily.
The wind is on the nose of these drivers as they come down the backstreet in the corner number 3. Here is the third place boat, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, Mike Hansen. Our fourth place boat is Mark Evans in the American Spirit as our leader, the Miss Budweiser, comes off of corner number 4 for the final time.
Chip Hanauer held the boat on the water, and it responded beautifully for him. As you can see, he's still breaking some waves across as they wave the checkered flag. Chip Hanauer wins the race. That'll put him back up with another 400 points. Miss T+ second, followed by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, Albertson's American Spirit, and Oh Boy Oberto.
Down here with Chip Hanauer. Chip, coming from lane 4, you had to do your battle on your hands.
Yeah, we did. Certainly where we wanted to be, but we had such a poor performance in the first heat. We just had to take the lane that was left to us, and that's what we inherited.
Bernie, you always push for lane 1. Will you push for it again after what happened the first time out?
No, we really, he just hasn't got a chance to get motored up out there in lane 1, and it depends a lot on the pace boat. They gave us a warning, and because we were too aggressive, and so he's where he wants to be. He'll choose his lane, and he'll be wherever he's comfortable, and we'll go out to win the next one.
Well, last week, talking about the Miss Budweiser, we took you for a little tour of the Miss Budweiser shop. That was part 1. Here's Ron Brown with part 2.
Welcome back to the Miss Budweiser shop. Now let's continue our tour. This is the propeller area. After the propellers are machined downstairs on the CNC, they have to come up here and be hand ground to their final finish. When the propeller comes from downstairs on the CNC, it actually has cutter paths that are onto the surface of the propeller. Those have to be ground off and sanded. It takes many, many hours of tedious hours of sanding and grinding to get a propeller into its completed state. Okay, this is Miss Budweiser Engineering Department. We've built a lofting table here, 34 feet long, so we can loft out the hydroplane in full scale and all the components in full scale to see how they fit in the parameters. What we have here is a CAD system that gives us the latitude of being able to design and draw up these components, hardware, etc., that's on the boat, and actually print it out in full scale. Here you're looking at an overhead view of the brand new boat under construction. We're calling this our 4th turbine boat. We're calling it Turbine 4, but as you can see, it's quite a bit different configuration in the design itself. You can see the center section of the boat is actually cut out where the air will flow through the middle of the boat. This is a new carbon fiber cockpit that we've manufactured right now, where Chip actually will be sitting in a much narrower, much more aerodynamically shaped cockpit. We've had done 134 tests in the wind tunnel of this design, and basically have proven that to ourselves that it's going to be much cleaner aerodynamically and much more stability involved in the design. So this really should be our boat for the future. Hope you enjoyed your visit at our home here in Seattle.